This absolutely stinks. There is no way around it. This is terrible. Yankees fans, I hope you're having a better day than I am. If you love the Yankees and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. So, Giancarlo Stanton has been sent back to New York to undergo testing to see what the heck is going on with his elbows, right? He's just experiencing immense pain right now. Giancarlo went through this last year. We just didn't know. He went through it during the regular season and the postseason. And now this pain is getting worse and worse, and he's trying to figure out why. And what's worst case scenario, guys? He goes under the knife, gets surgery, misses the entire season, and that very well may happen. We'll see what Dr. Ahmad says. That's who Giancarlo's going to see down there in New York, or up there in New York. But this isn't good news, guys. This is terrible, terrible news. Now, some of you, which I'm shocked, are kind of out on Giancarlo Stanton, and I really don't understand that. Stanton was showing signs of regression. Yes, he was, sure. Last year, though, he bounced back. Had a 773 OPS, 27 home runs. He had a solid year for the Yankees. He did. But then that postseason, what did he do? In 15 postseason games, hit 7 home runs? Are you kidding me? In basically half of the games, he hit a home run. Are you kidding me? And we're going to say, oh, he's this, he's that, he's injury prone. Don't disrespect him, please. Because if the right move was made in game 1, in my opinion, I'll keep saying this, that 10th inning was Tim Hill's inning to lose. Right? He earned that right to go in there and face Ohtani, face Freeman. Instead, Booney brought in Cortez. But Giancarlo in that game hit a big home run. And if the Yankees win that game, the series most likely takes a different turn. And if the Yankees win the World Series, Giancarlo Stanton is seen in a much different light than even now. I would even go as far as to say they would retire his number. And I know all of you friggin' hate them retiring numbers. Giancarlo Stanton meant a lot to the Yankees' postseason success last year and their regular season success. Giancarlo, the New York Yankees went 71-43 with him in the lineup. Out of the lineup, they went 23-25. That's below 500. That was with Aaron Judge in the lineup. That was with Juan Soto in the lineup. But they were missing Giancarlo Stanton. His sheer presence in that lineup mattered. The Yankees were almost 30 games over 500 with him in that lineup. And now we may be missing him for quite some time, maybe even potentially the entire season. In 2022, Giancarlo went down in the second half. The Yankees, their season went down on a freaking tailspin. It was terrible, as we know. Historically, they had an awful month of August. Awful. Missing Giancarlo was going to sting, especially after losing Juan Soto. Yes, we added Cody Bellinger, and I love the potential that he has coming into New York. It was just 2 years ago where he hit over 300. Just 2 years ago. I love the prospect of Paul Goldschmidt coming in here and playing first base for the Yankees. I love that. But now without Giancarlo Stanton in that lineup, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad. I made a video about this injury because this has been an ongoing thing, I believe a week ago. And I talked about potential solutions. Well, I've been able to marinate on that for a week. And do I still like the potential solutions? I'm not the biggest fan because you're talking about a guy in Grisham who doesn't really play every day. getting everyday at bats. You're talking about a guy in Everson Pereira who doesn't have much big league experience at all. Then you're talking about a guy like Spencer Jones who hasn't even taken an at bat in AAA. And Spencer Jones, that's just not likely to happen because he has to have a big spring and a big few months in AAA before he even sniffs the major leagues. Everson Pereira, I love the prospect of that, but will that happen? I don't know. He has to hit this spring. He has to for me to feel better about it. And he's a good defender as well. So I like that. But he dealt with his issues last year too. But before he went down with to go under the knife to get Tommy John, Pereira was having a good year. Had over an 850 OPS at 10 home runs. He was having a nice season down there. Then he had to go get Tommy John. The one thing that does bother me a little bit, though, is that the Yankees kind of knew about this for a while because Stanton dealt with this last year. He dealt with this in the postseason. It's just the pain has just been getting worse for him. We're to a point where, hey, pushing it. Now he has to go potentially under the knife and miss the entire season. Potentially. That's not a for sure thing, but it's never good news when you're going to the guy who could diagnose you and say, yo, Tommy John, let's go. That's never good news. That's never a good thing. The Yankees potentially not having Giancarlo Stanton this year is a gigantic blow. It's huge. And if the Yankees knew about this last year, which supposedly they did, that he was dealing with this kind of issue, why wasn't it handled this offseason? Why couldn't you go out and just grab another bat? Now, is JD Martinez available right now? Sure, I guess you could go grab him. But that's not the situation that you wanted to be in. Friggin' JD Martinez, former Red Sox, former Met, Dodger last year, had a 725 OPS, 16 home runs, 235, almost the same amount of at bats as Giancarlo Stanton, hit 11 less home runs. Is that the guy the Yankees should go and sign? I don't know. Wouldn't be the worst thing, but it wouldn't be the best either. 37 years old. Losing Giancarlo is a big blow. It's a big blow. There's no doubt about that. It's a big blow. But if anything does happen, I'll let you guys know. If Giancarlo misses the entire season, I will let you guys know. But let's transition really quick. I want to talk about a good thing, okay? I want to talk about Oswald Peraza. Right? As you guys may know, I'm a gigantic fan of the kid. I think he's a tremendous defensive player. I know Jason Dominguez looked bad in the field, right? But we're not talking about that. God bless him. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about Peraza. And Peraza looked stellar in the field. Made one heck of a play over there at third base. They call it the hot corner for a reason. I would show you these plays, but I can't. Unfortunately, copyright. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. That's why I don't play my intro anymore because of that. But Peraza made one heck of a play over there at third base. Heck of a reaction time. Also, too, stepped in front of Anthony Volpe. Basically made a play from short and made it look easy. And then made a double play with Jazz. Peraza fielded it in front of him. Threw it over to Jazz just nice and easy. And Jazz slung it over to Goldie. If we could have that kind of an infield that you just have a cannon for an arm over there at third, a great arm over there at second base, that would be awesome. Shortstop, you're lacking in arm strength with Anthony Volpe, but he's a tremendous defender. Yesterday, though, looked a little rough. It is spring training, so I'm not freaking out. That's same reason why I'm not freaking out about Dominguez. He's learning left field. Just relax. It's February 24th. Relax. The kid's going to be okay, I promise. He's going to be fine. And if it doesn't work out, he has the whole spring to work it out. if it doesn't work out, they'll just move him to center. Right now, though, he's the left fielder, and he's going to learn it. He'll be okay. But Peraza, as long as he hits this spring, he just has to hit, I think, 250, hit a couple home runs this spring. He just has to do that, have a solid OPS. If he does that, plays a stellar third base, I think he wins the job. Maybe he has to hit 280. I think he wins the job because he's going to play a Gold Glove third base. And so many people want Nolan Arenado, and that's fine. But that guy, it probably is going to get you a 700 OPS this year. Why not just roll the dice, let Peraza play the same defense as Arenado would net you, and then just have him try to hit. Then if he hits and he has a 720 OPS, you just got what you would have gotten from Arenado for how much? For $21 million. You got it with Peraza for the minimum. So, guys, as you can tell, my camera cut out. I apologize for that. Peraza, as I'm saying, incredibly optimistic about him. Stellar defense. If his bat can come around, we could see some great things for Peraza. Giancarlo, I hope things turn out okay for him. But if not, I'll let you guys know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.